The girl just looked out the window. She then saw a tall figure standing in the window of her neighbor's house across the street, sneaking around not knowing what he was up to. Seeing this, Lisa panicked at once, so she immediately turned around and ran quickly in the direction of Anna's house. Then she hurriedly knocked on the door of Anna's house. She panted and told what she had seen, but Anna didn't believe her. She said there was no one else in the house except herself, because her niece had gone to a community event. Seeing that Lisa was telling the truth, Anna was scared too. In order to be safe, she went to the storage room and grabbed a baseball bat and searched the house, but they looked everywhere and found nothing. Then Anna saw the lamp at the top of the stairs. She thought of something. Anna thought it might be the shadow that shifted under the lamp. When she went up the stairs, it seems to be the same thing. Now that everything is explained, Lisa was too embarrassed to say anything else. She could only go out of the house and go home to sleep. Anna also got into the bathtub and prepared to take a bath, but at that moment, a man suddenly stepped out of the car in the garage. He was holding an iron bar and walking slowly upstairs, but Anna didn't know what was happening. Just as she stepped out of the bathtub to get dressed, the man in black was already behind her. The next day, Anna's niece returned from a camping trip, and Lisa was uneasy due to what happened last night. She came along and wanted to go in to see what was going on, but when they walked inside the house there was no movement at all. Her niece thought Anna was in the kitchen making breakfast. She went straight inside and walked slowly. Lisa quietly ran upstairs, because her instincts told her that something bad had happened. When Lisa arrived at the bathroom door, she saw Anna lying there motionless. Soon a large number of police came to the scene, but no trace of the crime was found, and there was no sign that the lock had been picked. Lisa, as the first discoverer of the scene, she immediately described what happened, but the police didn't find anything suspicious. Then this is very strange. According to the sheriff's knowledge of Anna, she's always been a good person, so it doesn't seem like a revenge killing. Lisa thought of Jack when she heard that. She said that Anna had been complaining about Jack's disturbances. Could this be the reason for the retaliation? The sheriff thinks it's possible, but Tay'll have to wait for the autopsy report before we can make a final decision. Because of the incident, Lisa's mother had to bring Anna's niece back to her home for a while. She told her niece not to think too much and to get some rest. Her mother warned Lisa to stay out of it and leave the rest to the police, although Lisa agreed on the surface. But then she quietly followed Jack. When Jack left the house with the big bag, she followed him in her car until she came to the door of a bar. When she saw Jack go in, Lisa followed him inside. She saw Jack trading the contents of the large bag with a man, but Lisa's stalking had already been discovered. Jack asked Lisa why she was following him. Does she think he's some kind of bad guy? And Lisa didn't try to hide it anymore. She asked Jack point blank if the stuff in the bag he just sold was it jewelry stolen from Anna's house. Jack thought it was ridiculous when he heard it. He said he was just a decent businessman. Why does she always think he's a bad guy? It's just that business has been slow lately. That's why he came here to sell some tools he doesn't use often. Although she didn't know if what Jack said was true or not, Lisa was too embarrassed to ask any further questions. Soon came the next morning. The autopsy report came back from the police. They said Anna was killed by a blunt object to the brain. But from the scene, doors and windows were intact. That's why the police suspected her niece first, because Anna had $4 million in assets, and the niece was the only family she had. But through the investigation, Anna's niece had an alibi for that night, so the niece was eliminated as a suspect. After the police left, Lisa opened her camera and looked through the photos of her neighbor Anna.